Hey guys, can you hear me? Hey guys, if you can hear me, just comment yes. Hey guys, can you guys hear me? Just give me a yes. Hey guys, seriously, can you hear me? Is my audio okay? All right, awesome. I see your yeses coming in. All right, thanks guys. Sorry, the YouTube got jammed a little while. Hey friends, welcome to my first YouTube live. It's going to be for 20 minutes. I'll spend the first first 3 minutes talking about like the roadmap ahead, the stock market, and I will spend the rest of the time addressing your questions because I believe when I address your questions, you gain clarity. So this video is more for you guys. So you prepare your questions, later I will answer them. So I want to talk about the strategy and the roadmap ahead. Why must you invest? The reason why you must invest now and the roadmap ahead for the stock market, because the Fed is printing a lot of money and everything is going to be more expensive. Your house, the stock price, the food you eat, everything is going to go up because $1.9 trillion just got injected into the entire economy. So it's more than ever important now to invest and don't care about the short-term movements. Biden is causing a lot. Not Biden. The bonds are causing a lot of movement in the stock market, but you don't need to worry so much because at the end of it, right, you must look 10 years down the road. Where will the stock market be? And I'm like 99.99% certain that the stock market will be up. So what happens in the short run is not very important. So the strategy is this. Let's say you decided to invest, and these two things will happen. You decide to buy a stock. And two things can happen. Firstly, the stock price will go up, or the stock price will go down. There's only two things that can happen when you buy the stock. So let's talk about stock price when you buy and the stock price goes higher. Imagine you buy Tesla stock at $500, and 1 month later, Tesla stock is at $1,000. I guess most of you, and even including me, it's actually worse when you buy a stock and it goes up because you find it mentally very difficult to buy the stock when the stock price shoots up. So what you want is actually a better scenario that happens because again, you must see that for me, my Tesla price target, you guys know in 10 years is 4 trillion. And I'm probably one of the more conservative person in the Tesla community. Some of them are going like 8 trillion, 10 trillion. I'm like only 4 trillion. So we know our price target like 10 years down. So imagine this, you buy Tesla stock and stock price drops now. It is actually better, although your portfolio can look quite painful. But the thing is, you have time to add more stocks. And with this drop, I see a lot of you guys adding. So this is a correct mindset. So do not worry too much about the stock market in the short term. When you buy a stock and the stock price goes up, technically it's a lot worse. Do you remember my first Bitcoin video? I did that Bitcoin video and it was about $12,000. And now the Bitcoin is like $56,000. So would you have preferred Bitcoin like sideways for a little while before it shot up? So the thing is, it's not a bad thing that the stock price is going down. So just take your time to add stocks. In the long run, because I know that my price target in 10 years is 4 trillion. So let's talk about Tesla price target. I'm waiting for Cathy Wood's evaluation to come out on Tesla. I think that will be the most accurate one. The reason why her first Tesla evaluation model was a bit flawed because if you look at it's on GitHub actually, ARK Invest Tesla model, because the way they calculate like hours used for the robo taxis is not really accurate. If you ask a Lyft driver, half his time he's not earning any money. So they actually didn't factor that into ARK Invest, what you call evaluation. So I'm waiting for the new evaluation to come out. I believe that's the most accurate. Meantime, there's a lot of people who have their own evaluation models, and everybody like kind of vary quite a bit. I believe that the ARK Invest evaluation model coming out in 2 weeks' time will be the most accurate because they got a lot of criticism. And once they come out the evaluations, I will talk to you guys on my point of view on what they calculated. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is you see a lot of people talk about them selling the stocks at high. Ooh, I sold Tesla stock at $800. You see, they could be lucky. There is not a single person I know that could time the stock market, or they could be lucky one time, but there's no people that can be lucky multiple times. So if those people say that they sold at all-time high, ask them for their long-term results, and you know that they are not going to win the long-term investor who buys and hold and do nothing. Okay, I will start answering your questions in 1 minute. There's just one more point I just want to cover. So for stocks, let's say you decide to invest in stocks. Do you remember my two main criteria I cover with you guys like a million times? If you remember my two main criteria, write it in the comments. I will read the comments. So while I see the two criteria popping up, okay, in life, there will be millions of people who want your money, right? The thing is, buy this cheap sofa, buy this cheap phone, this cheaper but better Android phone. Yeah, I see. Proof of concept and ability to scale. Yes, you guys are getting it right. Just these two, and it will save you a lot of heartache. Hey guys, I'm very proud of you. Ability to scale and proof of concept. You need to fulfill these two criteria, else do not invest. I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm really smiling to see all your comments coming in. So as a lot of people wants to take your money, the world is designed to take your money. So the trick is, how do you, who do you give your money to? And it's not like just anyhow throw your money. Be very specific on how you choose to invest your money, and it will go a long, long way. So now, just to summarize what I just said, simply just buy and hold, invest in the company with ability to scale and proof of concept. And also, when you buy and the stock price going up, it is actually not a good thing. Like example, Bitcoin, it's so much harder for you to put your capital. Your return on investment on capital becomes a lot smaller. So when you invest and the stock price drop, it is actually a good thing. And if you have a long-term price target, it is all good, man. So guys, now you can write down your questions. I will address as many questions as possible. I will try to just answer them in short form so I can just address you guys. The first question, where is the sexy girl? Hey guys, no. She's just a friend, man. Come on. The first question. Okay, the GME. I see GME. Okay, GME. What do I think of GME? Okay, efficient market hypothesis. The thing is, there are like 9 million people on Wall Street bets. You cannot bet against a stock like GME. Yes, I do not agree that the stock should be worth this much. But if there's a lot of people buying in, you will just push the price up. I'm still holding on to GME. I'm holding on to AMC too. It is not something I would recommend you to do. When I bought GME, it's just to give the middle finger to the hedge funds, right? So where's the next few questions? I see Palantir. Okay, right. Okay, first question I get Palantir and Cardano. Okay, I'll answer these two questions. Firstly on Palantir, yes, I get that a lot of people are investing in Palantir. I want to ask you guys this question. It's something that I've been asking myself. Do you guys really understand Palantir's business model? Because I don't understand what the heck is happening. For the big picture I know is that they get data, they optimize, they find terrorists, this and that, AI stuff. But do any of you really understand deep down what's happening in the business? And I'm quite sure most of you out there, including me, I admit it, I can't, there's no research can be done to understand what the company does in their, on the back end. So for me, I know it's an amazing company. I know I heard lots of it. I'm just avoiding it because simply I do not understand it. Because let's say, for example, Palantir now is about $25. And there are times where great companies like that may drop to $2, $3. And at that point in time, because you don't understand the stock, I assure you, you are going to panic. And the whole point about investing in stocks is that you must have this strong mindset to know that, understand the business. That's why when Tesla corrects 60%, hey, I'm like, cool, man, I don't care. But can you do that for Palantir? If you're able to answer the question and answer, you know Palantir's business model deep down, you can talk about it every other day, fine, go and invest. But for me, it's a no-go because I haven't found a single person who truly understands Palantir other than their goal to dominate the world. It's hard to switch away from the business model. All right. So I hope I hope I answered Palantir. It's great business. The business looks good. They have proven that they could scale. They use government's money to invest in this technology. But the truth is, I do not understand deep down fundamentally how Palantir works. So because of that, I'm just avoiding Palantir. So the next thing is talking about Cardano, like ADA. I see a lot of that. Cardano and ADA, okay, they do the same thing, smart contract. So you have BNB, the Binance smart contract, Ether. You have Cardano, you have Polkadot, you have this few. Recently, BNB just shot up because Ether fees are getting really expensive. My thing is, you do not know who is successful in this realm yet, and it is not. I do not want to try to bet any of it. I rather just put with Bitcoin. I would think about putting. I will not put any money into those stuff yet. Actually, one day I'll probably invite some guests to talk to you about these smart contracts. Probably is a lot more inclined to such things. But for me personally, I like to see them successful. Like people are still choosing. At first it was Ether. Now people are moving to BNB because BNB is a lot cheaper and Ether the gas fees for Ether is too high, right? So I answered that. Let me see any more questions. Lemonade. Yeah, I see a lot of Lemonade. Okay, guys, Lemonade. I still do believe in their business model. Other than Tesla to scale, you can see Tesla scaling. Lemonade is actually the next business model that can scale a lot. I mean, if they're successful, they can massively scale. The thing about Lemonade is I'm still trying to figure out their AI. Is their AI working or yeah. So if I want to invest in Lemonade, probably now is a much better price to buy than previously. But lately, I think Tesla's stock price has dropped enough for me to rather putting my money in Tesla because I know they will definitely make it. But if Lemonade drops to $50, $60, yeah, probably I'll buy Lemonade again. Okay, CCIV. I see CCIV, a lot of CCIV here. Yeah, Lucid. Great company. I hear Ross Gerber talking about it. I hear a lot of Tesla community supporting CCIV. I have nothing against CCIV. But guys, I gave you two criteria. Proof of concept, yes, they've done it. Ability to scale. Sorry, I have not seen that. Even if CCIV could make a premium model, fine. I need them to go scale a lot more before I decide to invest in them because there is a lot of risk scaling. Look, I think it's a good bet, but I rather buy CCIV at a much higher price when the business is safer rather than now. So is it, do I wish them success? Yes. Do I hope that do I want to invest in them? No, because they have not proven that they have not proven that they can scale. And the thing is, I've given you the two criteria and they actually delayed their production towards the end of the year. It's very hard scaling. Let me see the next few questions. Sorry, the chat is running quite fast, so I'm trying to catch it. I see a lot of IPOE and the ACTC. Those companies, just to let you know, I sold out already at a profit. I mean, if you have followed me, you have profited. I know. I think specs has been dropping massively. These business models, they are quite fine if you are willing to hold through that kind of dip. So this is what I'm telling you guys about. If you are not sure on the business and you invest in these companies, imagine you can imagine Palantir doing the same shit. You invest at $25, it drops to $10. Can you bear that kind of pain? If you understand the business model, you'll be fine holding it. But if it drops so much, it's going to hurt. So you got to mentally set yourself up for that. But do I believe in IPOE and ATCC? Yes, I believe in a business will still succeed. Just that for now, I still believe that Tesla has the lowest risk for the most upside. If you are talking about risk to reward ratios. Okay, ARK Invest Space. I saw this space ETF. ARK Invest, the new space ETF. Very exciting. Would I invest? You know my answer. Ability is to proof of concept and ability to scale. I have not seen other than SpaceX. I haven't seen rest of the companies moving as fast as SpaceX. If you ask me if I want to invest in ARK Invest Space, I would rather wait for Starlink or some kind of investments into SpaceX in the future. I saw another one, Beyond Meat. Right, I'm answering your questions. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Your questions are going quite fast. Okay, so Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is simple. They are scaling, but they can't scale and they can't drive the prices down. So for that reason, I love their mission, but I'm not investing in Beyond Meat. Yeah, it's not my thing to invest in such companies. If Beyond Meat can drive the price of their meats lower than actual meat, yeah, fine. I will put my money there because I believe the market will be really huge. Right now, the price in Singapore for Beyond Meat burgers are a lot more expensive. Okay, I see a few. Okay, you want me to talk about Neo? I see a few Neo comments. Oh God, I talk about Neo, I'm going to get shot down again, guys. Can we just skip the Chinese companies? I just do not want to invest in Chinese companies. I just do not have faith in their accounting methods, right? Okay, next. I see a lot of gene editing like the ARK Invest, ARKG. We see BNGO. That last time previously it was Illumina. Then it moved to Pacific Bioscience. Then now it's BNGO. The thing is, I ask you again. Previously, I did a hell of a lot of research on Illumina. Then the thing is, it's very hard to understand this, and they haven't proven that they could actually. I think so far BNGO looks good. Their technology looks good, but again, if you really talk to yourself and ask yourself, do you really understand the business? The answer is no. You could be a scientist, you could be a PhD in it. I think the best way to invest in this genomic sector is just ARKG. ARKG is a very good ETF to buy. I would buy it again if it drops lower. Just that I like Tesla. I like Tesla stock. Yeah, I see JD and Baba. Sorry, guys. I try not to invest in China stocks now, and it's just not my thing anymore. If you talk to me about China stocks, I'm going to just skip it. I see a lot of this, like investing in mining companies. I personally do not want to invest in mining companies. The reason why I do not want to invest in mining companies is they're just freaking digging, if you want to invest in the energy sector, just invest in Tesla. I mean, if you could find a better reason, unless you have some insider information, it is not for me. Okay, I have only 2 more minutes before I need to go. Okay, I see C Limited. I see another one, right? CSE. Yes, I'm from Singapore. This C Limited. To me, C Limited is a very perfectly execute. I mean, they execute everything well. They are perfect. I think it's a big Singapore-based company run by 3 guys from China. Okay, I'm not biased, all right? Okay, I'm not biased, guys. The thing is with C Limited, it is a perfectly executed company. But what I would like to see in a company when I invest in is this. You ask yourself, if the company is successful, how does that company change the world? If you look at Amazon, see what they did. They literally shifted the world to online shopping. And if you're looking at what Apple did, they moved the whole world to smartphone. You look at what Google is doing. So you got to ask yourself that question. If the company at its max level, how do they change the world? C Limited, yes, I agree, it's a perfectly well executed company, but is it for me? No, because I cannot see them impacting the world the way it does. I'm just not being biased, Tesla. If you can find a company which has a bigger, a bigger impact on rather than Tesla, hey, I'm to invest. I will invest. Next thing, I see a lot of Square. So guys, Square. For me right now, the banking, the finance sector, like the banking sector, the Square, the Sophie, and now we have the DeFi coming in. It's very, very crowded. And do you guys all see a clear leader? I know Square is one of them, one of the few on top. But the thing is, this sector is really crowded, and one day somebody is going to overtake one another. It will just keep climbing. So now we see Sophie climbing the ranks, and more will start climbing. This sector is getting overcrowded, and this is a sector that I do not want to be in. I rather have a sector where you see a a very clear market leader. Like Apple now, they have Apple Pay, they can combine somebody and they will just overtake Square. I don't know. It's just a feeling, but uh, it's too overcrowded. So personally, I'm taking away my money from the finance area, like online finance and stuff. If you want to invest in the finance area, I think DeFi is a way to go. It's disruption happening to the banks itself. Bank stocks has been lately going up like mad. Personally, I would have take some profits from the banks. All right, guys, this is all the time I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this live session. I thought it's important. I do not know where the stock market will open today. As I told you guys, you'd rather have the stock go down on the short term rather than like when I invest in Bitcoin. I told you guys to buy at what 12,000. Now it's at $50,000. You rather Bitcoin had stayed still for a long time than buy. Then it's shooting up. So the same thing is happening for Tesla. The reason why I'm like all in on Tesla is that they just started out. This year, they are scaling the 4680 cells. And once they are able to do that, they are able to accomplish a lot of things that that Tesla wants to scale. So this is the beginning of a long road ahead. My price target for Tesla in 10 years is 4 trillion. Whatever happens in between, I really don't care. I'm considering selling some houses I have in UK just to buy more Tesla stock. It's amazing. And I hope you enjoy this live session. Take care, guys.